Hello again. This is Math 2245 coming to you from the College of DuPage. The title of this lecture is More Details, Final Installment Pre-Launch. As always, please be an attentive listener while watching this video. By way of introduction, sometimes people say, why are you doing it this way? Why are you choosing to do it this way? It's not really our choice. Jesse and I would much rather fly this plane through clear skies, but that's not what we have. In fact, about 3 weeks ago, I was scheduled to teach 3 face-to-face courses, but the needs of the department, and I do value being a team player. First they said, would you teach 1 VCM? Then they said, would you teach 2? And then they came and said, would you teach 3? So I'm teaching 3 VCMs. So this wasn't the way I originally wanted it, but it's what we've got. So instead of flying through clear skies as usual, we're flying through some kind of turbulent skies. Now the reason for the turbulence is there are proctoring requirements. There are staffing constraints and other COD rules which create murkier skies. But we, Jesse and I, have flown successfully in the past with our students, and we will again, and we've done it through these same COVID skies. It's not our choice, but it is our job, and we do it well. Teaching and learning will continue unabated. Grades will be earned and rendered. These are some additional topics beyond what was shared before in the other videos. Please note that your Math 2245 course syllabus is now posted and your Blackboard shell is made available. Now, don't expect to find any great surprises there, though, because all the term-to-date information is there, but it's also in all of these videos. And so, although you may want to look at it, it really just captures in one place what's been said before. Another topic, though, that's going to be covered in this video is, so what are we going to do to have class on Monday? And so these are the Blackboard and Zoom protocols for Monday. So we will talk about those. I'll also review where you can get technical assistance. Technical assistance means technical math assistance beyond Jesse and me. Now, I will say that Jesse and I are your flight crew, and so we are your first line of defense. We're most able to help you, but there are additional sources of technical assistance, so we'll talk a little bit about that. I will also share with you, and some of you asked questions about this, the next layer of content. I already shared the learning objectives and topical outline, but we'll talk about what sections of the book we will be covering. And many of you are very concerned about when are the high stakes exams, so I'll talk about that. And I'll make a comment about technology, and then I'll say more about testing mechanisms and protocols. Okay, so on Monday you go to bb.cod.edu. This is Blackboard, and then you click on this course 2245 Math 2245 Linear Algebra, and you can find before that even in your syllabus tab there is a syllabus, so you can click there to read it. Now it is deliberately Spartan, and all the information that is contained in that document has been contained in videos, if you consider through the end of this one. And so, but there it is. I do plan to review this briefly during class on Monday in case there's some questions. Now, this is how you reach the online interactive arena. So in Blackboard, there's a tab that is called Collaborate Ultra, so you will click there. Jesse and I did debate whether to use Collaborate Ultra or Zoom. It turns out there have been problems with both of these, and recently there's been a rash of Zoom problems. So I decided that we are going to start with Collaborate Ultra. So we're going to try again Collaborate Ultra. This is where we'll go. But there will be a Zoom backup link in case Blackboard fails to cooperate. That backup link will be included in your announcements, and also I will be sending you an email, although probably not until late Sunday evening. So you click on Collaborate Ultra and go to this screen. And so this is the Linear Algebra Collaborate Ultra screen, and we're going to the course room. So you will click up here to go to the course room. Then you will go to the course room, and then you will click Join Course Room. That should bring you to a screen that looks pretty much like this. I am going to be planning on being there before class begins, so you should not be the only one in the room when you arrive, unless you arrive way early. And I do plan to record these Zoom VCM sessions. And so there will be a recording that will be posted afterwards for students to look at. And again, there will be a Zoom backup. It'll be in the announcements and an email just in case. But the primary option is doing what I just described. There is additional assistance beyond Jesse and me. One place where you can get instructor level support is in the math assistance area. This is SRC 2102 and PE Center 1220. That's for live, but you can also click this button, and I'll talk about doing that. Jesse will also probably talk about some tutoring services. And by the way, Jesse, although he is housed administratively in tutoring services, he also is an instructor level resource. It's an accident of history that he is there. But if you want to do this online, I do have a tab here, and this is Math Assistance Live. So you can click there. You're brought to a screen like this. You tell them your name, and someone will come pretty promptly to guide you into talking to someone who can help you. This is the next layer of content. We do have a plan. This is our flight plan. These are the sections in the book that we are going to be covering, but we will not necessarily be covering them in this order. So you want to stay tuned and engaged. There will be low stakes assessments, and I will have things called unquizzes that will say more about when we meet, and those will be separately assigned. The high stakes assessment, though, the midterm and final exams, are mandatory course requirements. The course cannot be passed without them, so make sure you pay real close attention to that. Now, these two high stakes assessment will either be administered in a COD testing center, a live testing center, there are several of them, or there is provision for those of you who require this accommodation, a separate virtual test center that may be used to administer a virtual test to you. But the student, that's you, will be responsible for scheduling these virtual events with the virtual testing center. And I'll say a lot more about that later. So one option is to come to an existing COD testing center during their hours and taking the test. The other thing would be making arrangements for a virtual testing event for you. And I'll say more about those protocols in just a bit. There also are technology constraints. By COD Mathematics Department edict, this will be largely a pencil and paper course, particularly for proctored high-stakes assessments. Accordingly, students should approach homework in the same way. There may be certain low-stakes assessment that will allow the use of technology, but these will be the exception rather than the rule. Now, long before there was COVID, I was teaming with the testing center, and for many semesters now, I have had my high-stakes assessments administered in the testing center. and they are proctoring them there and things like that. With COVID, this has become even a richer and more intimate relationship. COD has 6 testing centers to meet your proctored assessment needs, and your assessments will be proctored. Now, the hours and locations of each center offer a wide variety of days and times, providing flexibility for both instructor and students. So you have Glen Ellen, Addison, Carroll Stream, Naperville, Westmont. Instructors can upload a test to the employee portal. This is what I will do. And so this will be available at any of these brick and mortar centers to administer the tests as specified by the instructor. If the students are unable to test in person, the virtual testing center offers 3 sessions a week and is easy to use. And I'll tell you some more information about the virtual testing center, and I'll just click sort of here. So they run virtual testing center sessions Tuesdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., Wednesdays from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m., and Fridays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And students can register via a registration blast. More on this as we get closer to the testing windows. And you might say, what do you mean testing windows? Well, a plan does exist, but God, she often laughs at my plans, but I think this part of the plan will be solid. Although we won't have class on July the 4th, you can study math on July the 4th. In fact, Jesse and I will both be studying math on July the 4th. The midterm testing window will be from July 11th through the balance of that week. The final exam, comprehensive final exam, testing interval will be from August the 1st through August the 4th. So those are the testing windows. In closing, now more than ever, time is precious. Each day must count. Do the math, it will make you strong. And now more than ever, take care of yourself, because self-care is important, and of each other, because we're all in this together. Strive to make a difference. God bless you all, and take care again.